Hello everybody, so today I'm doing two product reviews simultaneously. The first one I'm going to upload very soon, which is the 3-way mirror. Very handy tool for cutting your own hair at home. The second product I'm going to review, a few people have asked me after I've done the Fadify review, and that is the traditional set of hair clippers that I bought during the COVID pandemic lockdown. It's this one here, the Kemi, I don't know how you pronounce it. This is the product here, what I started learning to cut my own hair with, and a few of my relatives. It's very traditional, so if you're trying to do something like a skin fade, you can do it. I find it a lot easier on other people rather than yourself. Try and use the videos that I've provided links to in my previous videos. They're very, very helpful, all to do with setting up your guideline, changing the grades, working your way up from short to thicker gradiated hair, and then using the open and close lever to do the actual blending work. It takes a bit of practice to get it right. This product I tend to just do a standard haircut myself. I haven't ever tried to fade my own hair with this, but I just start with a higher grade and work down, so I go the opposite way. So I'll do a very quick unboxing of this one, and then we'll head into the bathroom and I'll show you how I do it with this blade. So, this is a quick unboxing of the Kemei, whatever you want to call it, traditional hair clipper. A little bit of information in different languages there on the back. V5000 vibrator motor for durability and longevity, designed for all clipper work, powerful heavy duty corded clipper. This is actually cordless, although it says corded, you can use it both ways. Chrome plated, convenient thumb lever, adjusts the taper and texture without changing blades. This has served me very well. It's 2 years old, through the pandemic, and still works fine. Cost me about £20 on eBay. Again, please check the link in the description of the picture, which will help you identify it. Made in China, obviously, 4 hours charging, 240 minutes use. I find that's probably about right. Adjustable blade. So here we go. Inside of the box, with a plastic cover. It comes with a international charging plug, and I also bought an adapter as well. It didn't come with the adapter, I had to buy the adapter, so bear that in mind. They're available on eBay, very cheap, about £3 as well. Where would we be without eBay? We've got a variety of guards here, and the good thing about these is not only do they give the grade, but they also give the size in millimeters, so grade 4, 13mm, grade 3, 10mm, grade 2, 6mm, grade 1, 3mm. Worth bearing in mind that the Fadify blade I've already reviewed only gives you the millimeters, doesn't give you the grade numbers. Little brush tool to keep it hair free. Just throw it on the floor then. And here is the blade itself. It's got a red guard on it, which is a little bit fiddly to get off. There you go. Charging port at the bottom. Little hook here, you can hang it in your bathroom if you want to. Lever. I would recommend, as with all blades, as I've probably put in my previous videos, is after your use to make sure they're free of hair, drop a little bit of oil in there and just run it, just to keep the blades lubricated. Try not to get them too wet, because these don't work well with wet hair, and you don't want moisture getting into the mechanical parts. Also here, you've got this little screw point here where the open and close lever is. I find that can get a little bit loose, so I have to use a Phillips screwdriver just to tighten that up every so often, because I have found in the early days, say I wanted my hair with a guard on, but I wanted the lever open, I'd be cutting away at my own hair, and without noticing it, the lever would gradually close, bringing the guard much closer, and I'd be going closer to my hair than I actually expected I was doing. That's one little boo-boo. Probably just something with the design. Maybe they've improved it with future models, I don't know. But there we go, that's the product. So let's go and cut my hair in my old-fashioned traditional way before the Fadify blade arrived. So now I'm going to try and do the haircut that I do on myself every time I fancy a little trim with the Kemei blade. It's something I found during lockdown. A particular celebrity has a similar style, and I've just kind of put it together myself using this. I'm going to show you how I do it. So let's go. First off, wet the hair. main reason is so that I can section off the sides, which are the only bits I want to use the clippers on. So I'm just pushing the front up and pushing the sides in and the back in. Just to keep it all out of the way. Next, with a towel, I'm just going to quickly buff around the sides because I don't want the sides to be wet and the wet hair to clog the blade. So as long as it's just tap, dry or touch dry, that's fine. Right. Next, taking the grade 4, I'm going to put this on the blade. Very easy. And with the lever open, I'm just going to run it up to the highest point. I have this sort of cut-off line here because to me this is a connected undercut, basically meaning that the top is slightly thicker until it gets to a shorter length here. So there's no immediate short grade here, which would be a disconnected undercut. If a connected undercut goes wrong when you're trying this, you can always go for a disconnected one where you just have the shorter blade or the shortest blade from here all the way down. So let's try grade 4. Now there wasn't much cutting there, mainly because most of it's lower than the 4 with the guard open. But next what I'm going to do is go guard closed and just take it a little bit lower. So I'm keeping the hair grade there at the top. And again, not much was taken off there, but it's just gradually bringing the guards down. Now I probably didn't mention this before, but when I'm doing this, I'm doing a sort of up to the hair, flick away motion at the highest point. And that's what I do with each grade that I go down. So just a flick away so that it doesn't cut into the previous grade that you've just done. Right, so now I'm going to try the next grade down, which is going to be grade 3. Grade 3, leave it open. You'll notice at each step I'm doing this, I'm using multiple views of the mirror. 1 minute I'm using this point here, the next minute I'm using this point here. So it's allowing me to see as the blade transfers all the way around. So now I'm going to go lever closed and I'm going to start bringing down the grade gradually, a few millimetres at a time, as I come down on my head. You'll notice how the cutting sounds are quite few and far between, but that's because this is kind of a maintenance point for me, not a fresh cut, so I'm just sort of taking off the bits where it's growing a bit too much. When it comes to doing the crown, I find a really handy technique is to use your palm here, because this is quite a circular motion. Put it over the back of the head like that and cut up to it, and then you can sort of work your way in that sort of round shape. It works quite well for me. So now I'm going to move on to grade 2 and start going further down. So this is grade 2, leave it open. I'm going to do the same thing, go a little bit lower, leave it closed. If you're happy with a grade 2 being your lowest grade all the way around, you could leave it there and you've got this kind of tapered effect where you can see it's thicker, gradually going thinner. But I like to go a little bit shorter, so I'm going to move on to a 1 now. So this is grade 1, leave it open.
can go even shorter with the lever closed. So the final step then is to tidy up the beard, which can be done using no guard, either open first and then closed. Closed. Finally, you can tidy up the neckline, no guard, lever closed. All done.